to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. So the video that you see directly in front of you, I wanted to do an experiment, right? So I decided to go to all of, well, not all, just a few, and some different countries. So you can see the UK, you can see the China, you can see Japan directly up there, and I wanted to see what their TikToks looks like, right? Because one of my moderators sent me a video, and there was a man there basically stating that, explain to people that China owns TikTok, and every specific area that you are in around the world, they have an algorithm that will feed you certain things, right? So you're not going to, in a sense, see 100% the same thing in every other country, right? So when you look at, let's say, China, which is in the middle, you, in a sense, like, you see their people in a certain type of way. It might be loving, you might see them cooking, you might see a video of like a prank, or maybe something like that. You might see somebody driving, or whatever it is. It's mostly putting them in a good light, right? And the same can roughly be said when it comes to Japan as well. Like, you'll see, there are people there doing some things, and yada yada yada. The UK is a little bit different because I feel that it has stuff from everywhere. The same thing that takes place in the United States as well. The United States has stuff taken from everywhere. And the other thing that he stated is this: he was like, the algorithm is used to specifically, in a sense, paint a narrative. So if they want to showcase, if China wants to showcase their people, they're going to showcase them being great, doing mathematics, being businessmen, starting businesses, showing them with ownership, showing them, potentially like exploring, showing them loving themselves, being amongst them with their own people, how great their people are, in their country, or, a variety of things like that, things that will reinforce a certain type of narrative about not only the community, but also about oneself. Along with, of course, like every now and again, you might see something, haha, hee funny. And the guy stated later on that the interesting thing is that when you just so happen to, let's say, look at America, right? America will have a lot of stuff where it's pranks, where it's jokes, where it's haha, hee funny. A lot of stuff where it's not, critically thinking, right? If I can remember correctly at this point in the video, to the left should be, I think, Singapore. I want to say Singapore. And then to the right, of course, should be the United States. And if you're on TikTok in the United States, you know what I'm talking about. Everything is a prank. Pretty much the content there is not thought provoking. It's not meant for you to critically think about, or to try to wonder, or to realistically get your mind to go somewhere else, right? To broaden your thought, to expand that. It's meant to, in a sense, keep you in one place, right? Which is not to think, which is not to move, which is just to sit there and keep flipping and flipping and flipping and flipping, and getting, as he stated before, that dopamine effect, which is that feel good, right? And you're going to keep scrolling looking for the exact same content because it's going to give you that exact same feeling. So then when you happen to see something on TikTok in America where it doesn't give you that, it's a stop. Your brain is like, yo, you need to keep going. It's like, yo, this is not what we're looking for. Like, scroll over this, scroll over this, scroll over this. So in a sense, what I'm telling you guys is that because of the way that this is set up, this is how easy it is to train human beings. This is how easy it is to train the mind, and to get people into certain things, and to specifically leave them out of other things. Matter of fact, let me reword that: not to leave people out, but people willingly, not wanting to be associated or be near or see certain things. So the governments could directly go on TikTok and put a lot of informative stuff up there, but because it's not giving that, dopamine hit, because it's not giving that drug effect, people are going to be like, oh yeah, this is informative, but I don't really care about it. Let me scroll past it. So, like I said before, this is why people got to be cautious of the types of things that, you allow yourself, and you allow your kids to also watch, because regardless on if you know it or not, a lot of this stuff is harmful because it's training the mind to be on a certain type of wavelength, right? So just like how a lot of people once stated that, if you don't use it, you lose it. This is in a sense that same effect, just on a broader scale, dealing with the world, right? So if you are the type of person that is, in a sense, very much intelligent, and you're into critically thinking and reading different things of that nature, if you start going on social media, a lot of this stuff is going to start to get eroded away over time. And then is going to reach to a certain point where you're going to be like, yo, what happened? Like, how did I get like this mentally? Like, this is not me. Just like when somebody who is used to working out, slowly but surely starts to relax on working out because of other things, and in a sense becomes lazy, and then they'll get to that point, they're like, yo man, how did my body get this way? Like, yo, this is not like me. It's the same exact way with social media, because social media is another form and another way to socially program a group of people. Why work on trying to just control, right, and mentally move just your people, when you can make a social media platform that can affect not just your section of the world, but the whole world in general? And all you got to do is press a 1 or a 0, and you can just change the minds of a lot of people in a short time frame.